And then after that, 2 weeks after, is when I got the call and said, yep, you got the job. So I'm like, okay, that's the Lord saying, yep, go to Queensland. So basically I packed my car and I drove up here.
So Maddy, what was going on in your life when you made the decision to come to Charis?
Okay, so I was in Melbourne and I had actually been introduced to Andrew Womack a couple of years ago, but in that time I could say both my mum and I weren't ready to receive what Andrew Womack or the friend of ours that was putting it on the table basically. And then again we got introduced to Andrew Womack, was it not last year, at the end of 2021. And we're like, okay, let's, well, it must be a coincidence. Like, we've been introduced to Andrew Womack twice. So I had to look into him. I was obviously reading the sermons, listening to the sermons, and then I found out they had a Bible college, and I was considering it. I'm like, okay, we'll see what happens, as the year goes past. And it was coming towards the end of the year, and I'm like, okay, I really need to do something about this. Like, something in me wants to do it. So I was praying. I'm like, you know what, God? If you want me to do it, you have to make a way. Because this seems impossible, but if it needs to be, make it happen. So I was working within the Victorian team, and for me to move up, I would have to resign my job. So basically I told them, can you please just offer me another job? They're like, well, sorry, no, because you've been here for 3 months and you have to be here for a year. So I kind of got disappointed. I'm like, well, how is this going to work? So I just went back into the Lord and prayed, and the next week they came, and like, okay, you got an interview. I'm like, great, okay. Then the week after, I actually got the acceptance for Charis because I had applied a week before. So I'm like, okay, everything's falling into place. And then after that, 2 weeks after, is when I got the call and said, yep, you got the job. So I'm like, okay, that's the Lord saying, yep, go to Queensland. So basically I packed my car and I drove up here, not knowing what there was up here, not knowing anyone. So, yeah.
Amazing. So why did you choose Charis Hybrid program?
I think it's just more convenient and more because I work full-time. So I really did want to experience the full-time on campus, but it wasn't just realistic working full-time, and yeah, I needed to work. So I would have loved to done it, but it's just as good as, coming in, socialising and gathering with like-minded people on Saturdays.
Charis is the how-to Bible college, helping you go deeper in your understanding and know how to apply the Word of God to your everyday life. The world needs to know the transformative power of the grace and love of God. When we allow God to change our life, we can't help but change the world. Our mission is to equip faithful men and women for the work of the ministry by teaching spiritual truths, imparting biblical knowledge, providing practical ministry opportunities, and grounding them in the message of God's unconditional love and grace. Charis Bible College, transforming lives, training leaders, and changing the world.